Hank and Frank, written and told by James Nottingham.
So, once upon a time, come here please. There was this fella, his name was Hank. Wave to the audience, Hank. There's this other fella, his name was Frank. So wave to the audience. Hank and Frank were the best of friends. I'd like you to shake hands, please. Every time you say best of friends. And every weekend, Hank and Frank would go hunting. Okay? This particular weekend, they were walking.
Can I be the duck?
You're going to be something else in a minute. You're walking through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're the trees. And every time I say they're walking through the woods or through the trees, I'd like you, whilst you sat there, to put your branches up in the air for about 5 seconds and then put them down. Okay? Try? Perfect. Right. We'll start from the beginning. This is audience participation. If you just sit yourself back there, you're going to get a roll at the end. So, audience participation, I'd like you to shout out the main words. They'll be obvious what they are. Once upon a time, there was a man called?
Hank.
Another fella called?
Frank.
They were the best of?
Friends.
Every single weekend they'd go?
Hunting.
This particular weekend they were?
Walking.
Through the?
Trees.
Looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moose. Put your antlers on your head like that. Perfect. So here we go from the beginning. Once upon a time, there's a man called?
Hank.
Another fella called?
Frank.
They were the best of?
Friends.
Every single weekend they'd go?
Hunting.
This particular weekend they were?
Walking.
Through the?
Trees.
Looking for the?
Moose.
But the moose were hiding. Put your antlers over your eyes like that. So they keep walking. And they're sure that they're being watched, so they look to their left. They look to the other left. They look to their right. All they could see was snow and...
Trees.
So they keep walking.
All right.
Well, they're absolutely positive that they're being watched. So they look to their left. They look to their right. When all of a sudden there was an enormous...
Bang.
Good, but wrong. Are you a moose? Nothing personal, but were you a moose?
Yeah.
Yes. You're not, though, are you? Right, from you all the way around to you, you are one big grizzly bear.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say all of a sudden there's enormous... Ah! You're going to roar. Roar as loud as you can. So, are we ready? From the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a man called? Another fella called? They were the best of? Every single weekend they'd go?
Hunting.
This particular weekend they were?
Walking.
Through the?
Trees.
Looking for the? Who were?
Hiding.
Sure they've been watched, so they look to their?
Left.
Look to their?
Right.
All of a sudden there's enormous!
Ah!
And this huge, great big bear starts to chase him. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, bear. Boom, 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 boom. So Hank and Frank start to run through the trees. Stay where you are, stay where you are. Just do that with your feet. Through the trees.
I am going to eat.
At which point, the moose begin to laugh. Hank and Frank running through the woods. Through the woods! The dead woods here. Through the woods. Being chased by the bear, the moose are laughing. The bear's chasing. Begin to laugh. When poor old Hank trips up, flattening his face in the snow. Frank's still running. Through the trees. Moose is still laughing. Bear's still chasing. And Frank thinks out loud, I should help my friend Hank. Repeat that. No. Just repeat that. I should help my friend Hank. But the bear is getting too close. So turns around, finds the closest tree and climbs to the top of the tree. There's the nearest tree. And sits at the top of the tree. Come on, sits at the top of the tree. And sits at the top of the tree shaking like a leaf with your gun. Meanwhile, the bear gets to where Hank is face down in the snow and begins to sniff and to poke and to prod. Come on, bear, sniff, poke, prod. So, poor old Hank is face down in the snow and is praying out loud, please don't let him eat me.
Please don't let him eat me.
Frank is up the tree and he thinks out loud, I should shoot the bear.
Really?
But if I fire my gun, I might miss the bear and hit my friend Hank. So does nothing but sit at the top of the tree shaking like a leaf. Meanwhile, the bear's hot breath, heavy breathing, is going in and out of Hank's ear. And as that hot breath's going in and out of ear, he's sure that the bear's talking to him, so he listens very carefully. The moose are laughing. Oh. Well, eventually the bear gets bored and wanders off. So Frank climbs down off the tree, helps his friend Hank up, and they get to talking. And Frank says to Hank, "It's a good job that bear didn't eat you."
It's a good job that that bear didn't eat you.
And Hank said, "Yes, I pretended to be dead like you're supposed to."
Yes, I pretended to be dead like the person.
And Frank says, "That bear looked like he was talking to you."
That bear looked like he was talking to
But I know that can't be right because bears can't talk.
But I knew that wasn't right. Bears can't talk.
And Hank said, "The bear did speak to me."
The bear did speak to me.
And what he said was,
And what he said was,
"Never trust a friend
never trust a friend
who leaves you
who leaves you
when you need him most."
when you need him.
And all the time the moose were laughing. Big round of applause. I'm going to tip that. Thank you. Right.